Hi all, I am going to take you through binary numbers. So this is the new topic that we're going to do over the next sort of like 4 to 5 weeks. The first element of it is to really understand what binary numbers are and then try and convert them into decimal numbers. Now, binary numbers are numbers that the computer can understand. And we'll go through how they can understand it and why they can understand only binary in just a bit. But the main point of today's lesson is to be able to go from you seeing a binary number and then being able to convert it into a decimal number. And that's it really. So let's crack on. Today we are going to be able to understand the difference between binary and decimal numbers, demonstrate how to convert numbers between binary and decimal, and explain why binary is suitable for computers to use. But first and foremost, let's go backwards a bit and think about decimal numbers to begin with. Why do we use 10 digits, do you reckon? I'm just going to give you a couple of seconds to try and figure that out. Why do you reckon we use 10 digits in our decimal number system? Bit of a clue there. Yeah, that's right. It is all to do with your fingers. Early cavemen probably only had fingers to count on, so that's why we count in 10. I'm almost certain that if we evolved to have 15 fingers, then we'd count up in 15s, but lo and behold, we count up in 10s. But what about computers? Computers don't have 10 fingers like me and you to count up in 10s. They are made up of millions and billions of tiny little switches. Now, switches can only ever be on or off, can't they? They can be 1 or 0. So for computers, that's all they have. They have a 1 for on and 0 for off. Only 2 options for them. But let's go back to decimal numbers again. Now, if you have a look at that number that's on the screen right now, in your head, you're going, well, that's the number 49. And yeah, you'd be right to say it is. There are no trick questions in this. It's the number 49. But how do we know that that is the number 49? Well, this is actually how we do it, isn't it? We have the 9 in the units column, the 4 in the tens column, then we've got nothing in the hundreds, thousands, and we could carry on going throughout all of that into the tens of thousands, hundred thousands, into the millions and billions and so on. But there's no digits in there. We've only got 4 tens and 9 ones to count. So why is this known as the decimal system? Well, it's because each of those column headings goes up in tens. So we've got ones to tens to hundreds to thousands. So every time we go up to the next column, it is just timesing by 10. And in computer science and in a lot of in mathematics as well, we call this decimal number system base 10. Each column can only contain numbers from 0 to 9. Now, each one column can't contain 2 digits, can it? So you can't put the number 15 in the ones column. That doesn't make any sense. So you can only go from 0 to 9. So let's look at that example again and look at it in a bit more detail. We're looking at the number 49. This is actually, we do this in our heads automatically now, but this is actually what's happening. We've got 9 ones plus 4 tens, which gives us 49. That is how we are able to figure out what that number is. But again, like I said, we do that automatically in our own heads all the time when we see numbers. Now let's look at binary. But before we do that, look at that image that's on the screen there. What's the proper name for that? Now, those of you that are thinking like a cycle or anything other than the word bicycle, you'd be wrong. It's a bicycle, but why is it called a bicycle? Because it has 2 wheels. So now that we know that anything with the prefix bi we know that's to do with the number 2. So while decimal has the base of 10, binary has a base of 2. So now that we know that, remember last time in our columns we went up by tens, what do you think each one of these columns would go up in? So just go back just one more slide. Before, in our decimal number system, we went up in tens. But now we're looking at binary numbers, okay? So we're going to look at binary, and that is base 2. So if we go back to these columns, we still start at units. That's still the same. But instead of it being tens, what's it going to be? So let's have a look first at what it's going to be times by. Yep, it's going to be times by 2. So not 10, but 2. So to work out what the column headings are going to be, we go from 1 times 2, which is 2, then 2 times 2, which is 4, then 4 times 2, which is 8, and so on and so on. So the next one will be 16, then 32, then 64, and then 128. And that's all the binary numbers we're going to deal with. But for the moment, let's just deal with these 4 column headings. Unlike our decimal number system that can go from 0 to 9, obviously we've only got 2 numbers. Remember, there's switches that computers have. They can only be 0 or 1. So each of our columns can only ever contain 0 or 1. So let's look at that as an example, that binary number 1010. Now, some of you may have already figured out how we're going to go from binary to decimal. But for those of you that haven't, this is actually how we do it. Now, I've just highlighted that one there. In the ones column there, we have the number 0. So we don't count it. But in the twos column, we have a 1. So we do count that. So we've got 1 times 2, as it were. Fours column, nothing in there, so we don't count that. But in the eights column, we do have a 1, so we count that. So we all know that that sum there is going to equals 10. So the binary number 1010 is actually equal to the decimal number 10. Now we can simplify this a little bit more and just say, well, it's just 2 plus 8 then, isn't it? Every time you see a 1 underneath that column, that's the number that you add up. So we do 8 plus 2, and that gives us 10. We don't add the 4s and we don't add the 1s in this scenario. Let's go through another example. This is a little bigger, so we can just figure out how that's going to work, okay? So this is a different binary number this time. It's 1101. Now, first and foremost, we take those numbers and plug them into our columns. And that's how we do it. Obviously, we start filling in from the right to left. So that those are our binary numbers there. And this is just how we figure it out. If there's a 1 underneath a column, you count it. As soon as you see another 1, you count that. But that 0 underneath the 2's column, we don't count that one there. We just go straight to the 1, and that gives us our decimal number of 13. So in this example, the binary number 1101 gives us the decimal number 13. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly go over one more example, which is actually on the worksheet that we're going to do together. So if I just scroll over to that, here we go. So here's the example here on the left-hand side. So obviously after that, you'll be going from question 1 onwards by yourselves. And thankfully, we've got these little ticks and crosses that will tell you whether you get the number right or not. Now, you've got 18 questions to go through, and they go from green level, which are quite easy, all the way down to your oranges and your reds. Reds are a little bit more difficult, but if you stick to the principles, if you stick to the same rules, then you'll be absolutely fine. So let's go through this example first. Let's go from left to right. Now, we can see that there is a 1 underneath the 128 column. So we know that we need to count that number. So I'm just going to write in here where it says working, I'm going to write in 128. Now, just a quick question, do we add 64? I'm hoping that all of you at home are just going, no. Well, you'll be right. We don't count that. Neither do we count the number 32 because there are zeros underneath those columns. We just don't count them. The next one that has a 1 underneath it is the number 16. So we add 16 to 128. We don't add the number 8, but we do add the number 4, the number 2, but we don't add the number 1. So I'm just going to get rid of that there. So we need to now add all of these up. Now, I'm not expecting you to do all this in your head. If you want to use a calculator or you want to use the internet or the calculator that's on your laptop, by all means, do that. But I know that adding those up, do 16 plus 4, that's 20, 128 plus 2, that's 130. So 20 plus 130 gives us 150. There we go. So 150. So if I do that and just press enter, that there changes from a cross to a tick. Now I know that I've got that right. Now if I got the calculation wrong and I put in 148, that would still say wrong. So please make sure you get the calculations right. Don't just do it in your head. Not all of you are as clever as I am. I'm just kidding. So I'd like you then to go from questions 1 all the way down to 18 and then hand that back in through Show My Homework. Now if you've got any other questions, by all means, message your teachers on Show My Homework and they'll be able to help you. But if you are stuck at any point, review this video and you'll be able to answer those questions, I think, by yourselves pretty well. Just remember that whenever there's a 1 underneath the column, that's the number that you're adding in, okay? And that's it. I hope you stay safe and you're keeping sane and hopefully not giving too much grief to your parents. Hopefully I'll see you soon.